All right, let's talk Las Vegas Raiders. Training camp is upon us. Exciting time. And we got some great Raiders news for you guys involving the quarterback position. Exciting time to be a member of Raider Nation for all you guys out there. I'm Nick, and this is Saturday Morning Inspection. All right, look, as we get into the training camp phase, as we get closer to the season, the question on everybody's mind is who is going to be the quarterback, not just right now, but for the future for the Raiders? Is it Aidan O'Connell? Is it Gardner Minshew? Is it somebody else who are going to maybe pick up in the future? We've talked a lot this offseason that a lot of momentum seems to be heading in Aidan O'Connell's direction, but now that training camp is officially here, that momentum has been solidified. Let's pull up these reports. There's a bunch of them highlighting where Aidan O'Connell is as in terms of the quarterback position. Let's start with this first one. According to The Athletic, O'Connell made some nice throws when he replaced Jimmy Garoppolo as a rookie last season. He also had 2 games in December where he couldn't score any points, as his lack of mobility is a real issue against good defenses. But O'Connell is a new man this year. No, he still can't move that well, but he spent the offseason in the weight room, and in place of the baby fat is some real swaggers. Players have mentioned it, and we noticed new confidence back when we talked to him before the draft. We mentioned that on this channel as well. It's a newer, more Raider-like Aidan O'Connell. This is his job, and he's not going to give it up easily. It will be hard for Minshew to beat out O'Connell at training camp because the structure of practice favors the quarterback who goes through the reads and delivers the ball more than the one who is better when the play breaks down and he has to improvise. So the battle should come down to 3 preseason games, and there's no guarantee either the winner will be the starter in October or November. That's from The Athletic. Basically, what he's saying there is Aidan O'Connell's come a long way, and right now the Raiders appear to be structuring practice. I don't agree with everything The Athletic writer says right there, but the Raiders appear to be structuring practice to favor Aidan O'Connell, which means they think he's going to be the starter. And in fact, if you look to our next report, this is courtesy of Logan Reaver. Again, this is breaking as of this when we're recording it the evening Wednesday. Aidan O'Connell starting with the first team offense and the first 11 on 11s here at camp. It's early, but just a note. Look, the reality is the first starter is usually the guy who's the last starter as well. More momentum to Aidan O'Connell. And finally, to finish it off, let's look at the odds makers. This is a great tweet from 32 Beat Writers, who is a great follow on Twitter. Here you go at the top of the screen. You can see the odds have flipped. Aidan O'Connell is now the big-time favorite to be the quarterback to play the first week 1 snap starting quarterback for the Raiders. All right, that's a lot of information to throw out there, but basically it's an indication that Aidan O'Connell, in my opinion, and based on everything you've seen there, will be the starter week 1 for the Las Vegas Raiders and probably farther beyond that. Miles, I'm curious what your thoughts are on this, but first, Raiders fans, in the comment section below, we're obviously talking a lot about the battle at the quarterback position, but what other position battle are you really excited to see this training camp? There's a couple really interesting ones, but give us what other position battle you're really excited about other than quarterback this year, and put it in the comment section below. And while you're down there, make sure you check out the description box below. You'll see a link to our affiliate link for our favorite recommended book to get you ready for the upcoming NFL season. It is Playmakers by Mike Florio. Highly recommend. I bought it, so obviously money talks, right? It's a great book. It really gets you prepared for the NFL. It's got a lot of ins and outs. And if you buy it through our affiliate link to Amazon, it helps our channel too. So if you are going to buy it, please use our affiliate link in the description box below. But Miles, give me your thoughts on this latest Raiders news.
Yeah, Nick, when I hear these tweets, I hear the reports, you put everything together, it really just seems that things are slanting in the way towards Aidan O'Connell. And this is no surprise to anybody. We've been hearing it all offseason. Yes, last year there were ups and downs, but he was also a rookie that was thrust into the starting position. If we all remember, he originally wasn't the starter that season, wasn't supposed to be starting that season. Injuries and other aspects thrust him to the starting spot. And I think in that aspect, he did pretty good. I would say for a rookie getting thrust into the spotlight, this is a guy who came in and he had ups and downs. And if you have highs and lows, I think that's better than being mediocre throughout a whole season, because it shows you have a ceiling. There's a standard that you could be really, really good, but also you're a rookie. So there's going to be some mistakes here or there. So I really like what we saw from Aidan O'Connell last year in that aspect. And then along with everything else, we're starting to see this offseason. He's already changing. It's getting different. Like you said, he's got that more Raider-like mentality. You hear the words from Antonio Pierce. This is a guy who's doing everything right this offseason. This is a guy who's doing everything to deserve the starting spot as quarterback. I love they brought in Gardner Minshew, a guy that's feisty, has a lot of tenacity, who can challenge Aidan O'Connell. But I also love that despite that guy coming in, he hasn't really threatened too much. Aiden O'Connell's kind of taken the reins and he has made it a point. I am not going to let it go. So thus far, I really like what we're seeing out of Aiden O'Connell. And I think he's going to be, like you said, the first starter is going to be the last starter for this Raiders team.
You know, the thing that makes me most excited about Aiden O'Connell, we talk about his mentality and his attitude, but the fact that he's responded with this, this great work ethic, his mentality, his just embracing what Antonio Pierce is bringing to the Raiders. He's doing all this basically after the Las Vegas Raiders gave Gardner Minshew a 2-year, $25 million contract, according to OverTheCap.com. Right? How many times in life do we have hey, this is how things are going to go. I'm really excited. And then you just get sidewinded, right? Maybe you think you're the number one guy for a big promotion, and then you realize there's another guy up for the job, right? And it just derails you. You just lose a little steam. It's a pit in your stomach. We've all been there with different things in our lives. How many people, though, when that happens, just continue to just keep going on, keep working, and even accelerate their strategy, their game plan, their work ethic to continue to get better? That's what happened with Aiden O'Connell. Gardner Minshew is literally going to be making on paper 25 times more than Aiden O'Connell will be. Think about that for a second. You got a guy at the office you don't like. How about another guy they just hired to make 25 times more than you? If that were to happen, how many of us would just, be defeated, just completely distraught and kind of give up? It happens to Aiden O'Connell. What does he do? He steps up his game. And I guarantee you, that money that they signed with Gardner Minshew, that'll be an investment, in my opinion, to help out Aiden O'Connell, to motivate him, to test him, and he has responded. And I think that's exactly why the Raiders have him as the starter to start training camp. I think that's why Vegas odds makers are like, hey, listen, this guy's going to start week 1. He's going to be the starter for the Raiders. And that's why everybody on the Raiders, we've talked about a lot this offseason, is 100% all in on Aiden O'Connell when it comes to the coaching staff and the players. It's because this kid has something about him, something in his head, some mental ability to understand and handle adversity and to keep working forward and keep getting better. And if you have that, you can be special at the quarterback position.